Let's get started. I'm really excited about this. This is the week before Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. By the way, just give me I'm using this little mic right here, so let me know if this is working okay. This is the little DJI mic that I have. And we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But I want to thank everybody for joining me a week before Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. The other thing I need to know, all of those of you in chat, if you're going to be at Vintage Computer Festival, put a thumbs up down there, and we'll talk a little bit about why that's important a little bit later. But before we talk about Vintage Computer Festival Midwest, I have a table full of goodies here, and we'll talk about a lot of this stuff. But we do need to do a couple of unbagging. This is kind of an unenveloping is what this one is. This isn't really unboxing as much as it is an unbagging. So a little light reading for our Vintage Computer Festival trip next weekend. This will go in the bag. Here's our Zap magazine 64. Zap 64 for, what is this, July, August. And we're at September, so it's a little behind. Looks like we've got some good reading to do here. Dan, you better be there, and we'll talk about Dan here in just a minute. Here we go with some cover mount madness. Muskateer. This is interesting because I'm going to talk about Muskateer a little bit later. I did not realize that was in here, so that's pretty cool. A couple of other games here. Again, if you're not subscribing, you really should. It's a blast to read. And they've been doing some hardware news of late, which I have appreciated. What is Platman? Oh, that's interesting. I don't believe this one will have our Mega 65 article because we had one in the last issue. So I don't think that'll be in here. The new top 64 games. Oh yeah, we're continuing that series. Again, I think I'm probably for a future live stream going to explore the new top 64 games series. This is part 3. Some good stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's a little Commodore corner. Look at this. So, of course, Perry Frantic was a editor for this magazine for a while, so stands to reason. He's still, I believe, a writer for this. And, oh, there we go. That's going to be coming to me right there. I ordered one of those. Oops, let me get, there you go. I ordered one of those, that's for sure. So that'll be an interesting article to read. I'll dig into that at some point. And, oh, so, again, some more on the Commodore 64 Ultimate, so I'm looking forward to reading that. And, again, should not be a Mega 65 in this one. So, okay, there we go. Looks like this is solid. This will be a solid read on my trip. Let me put that with, and I'll show you all that here in just a minute. I'm going to put that, well, I can do that now. Hey, check this out. I've got a thing that's tracking me. How about that? And if you watched my live stream yesterday, you saw that. So I'm going to put that over here with the stuff that's going to Vintage Computer Festival Midwest, and we'll talk about that stack over there in just a minute. But we also have the latest compute. I'm really excited. I haven't even opened this one yet. I saved it just for the live stream. So here we go. Let's see what's in the latest compute. And sadly to say let's see if I can get this open. Sad to say that I have not finished number 1 yet. So I'll try and get that done. But this one will probably go with me to the show as well, because I do like to do a little, these are heavy, man. These are really nice. Let me get rid of, where's this going to go? There's trash everywhere. Here we go. So we've got Compute Gazette issue 2. Look at that, folks. All right. So the man who painted the field. Let's see what we have in here. What are we looking at? Oh, I love these because we have the actual Commodore computer ad. How much fun is that? By the way, I'll be coming back to chat in a little bit, see who all is here. Looks like we've got a few of you with us. I can't see my numbers right now. What's going on over here? Is this thing? Oh, there we go. 26 of you. Oh, thank you for joining. 26 of you. Very good. Oh, look, Dan's got an article in here. Dan, look at you in the Computes Gazette. He's continuing his Mega Horizons Disassembling Crossroads. So I'll be taking a look at that and reading that. Of course, I read his newsletter. So it's maybe, I think Dan, is that some similar content? Are you reposting that, I believe, or maybe with some changes? So Commander 16 origin story, that'll be good. Back to basics. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Little light reading. There you go. That's all of us right there, isn't it? Little light reading for all of us before. Oh, more on the Commodore corner. I like that. Oh, they're going to be re-releasing Jupiter Lander with the new C64 Ultimates. So how many of you are subscribed? Anybody else subscribed to Computes Magazine? Let me, oh, there it is, Mega 65. Let's take a quick look since Dan's in chat here. There we go. So we have a famous man in our chat who is part of the Compute story now, which is great. Disassembling Crossroads Part 1. Look forward to digging into that, Dan. Thank you. And I'll be sure to ask you my questions at Vintage Computer Festival. Just kidding. I won't do that. But again, type in programs. Again, I am digging compute. So far, so good. Again, I haven't finished, and I also need to read this. I haven't really done a review of this yet, but I really am enjoying this. So if you are subscribed to that, let me know. Let's go ahead and put that over here too with the stuff that is going with me to Chicago. All right, who do we have in chat? Let's see who we've had. Martin won the first chat award, so he gets the little award for that. He gets to put that on his refrigerator if you'd like to do that. Let's see, we have Evil J is here. Hey, Evil J, regular in the community for sure. Martin Taro, good to see you. Mislov was here a little bit earlier. I don't know if he's still here or not. Maybe he hasn't popped in yet. Mr. Landfill, good to see you. Glad you're here. We'll talk about you in just a little bit. I got a box back here I need to talk about. Let's see, who else? If you are watching and not in chat, please put your name in chat. Let me know you're here. Taro, we talked about. No Brews here. Good to see you here. Evil J again. Mr. Landfill. Lots of Taro. A lot of the same people in the chat. That's good. Let's see if there's anybody new. If I miss you, make sure. Dan, of course, we talked about. If I missed you, make sure you put something. Oh, Stefan's here. Hey, Stefan, good to have you here. Hello to you too. Desert Blizzard is here. Good. Excellent. We talked about in the live stream yesterday, this guy over here. So this is the dev kit right here. And the Mega 65 dev kit is going to Schaumburg. But Dan is going to have a table, and he was kind enough to say, ask if I wanted to bring something and share his table. And I wouldn't say I'm sharing it, I'm a guest at his table. So we're gonna have the dev kit, we're gonna have the Mega 65, and then we're also going to have the Nexus board. Unfortunately, if you watched the live stream yesterday, the Nexus board cannot be updated, at least the one I have. You have to have the Nexus board with DDR, which is unfortunate because this was working. So I'll be taking the dev kit. I'll be taking the wireless CX40 Atari joystick. And by the way, links to a lot of this stuff, in case you are interested in that, is in the video description down below. Lots of links to VCF-MW, all that business. So make sure you take a look down there and check it out. And then I'm also going to take the Checkmate. All right, and the Checkmate, I did get the cool bag. Look how big this bag is. Check his bag out. This thing is huge. Look at that. Whoa, camera, where'd you go? Lost my face tracking. Oh, there we go. There we go. Found me again. But yeah, I'm going to have to put all that in here and figure out how that works. But the Checkmate is supposedly going to fit in here. So let me put that over here. We'll talk about what's over here in just a minute. So, but that was the live stream yesterday. Had a great time. Thanks to everybody who helped with that. Because there were some issues. But here's just kind of a quick update. The issues we were having is network listening wasn't working, which means that I couldn't use M65 Connect to push files to it. And then I also found out through a chat earlier today that the reset switch isn't working, and it's doing something really funky. I have to unplug the HDMI port to get it to reset properly. Don't know what that's about, but I figured it all out for the show next weekend. But Gertje posted to, in case you were with me yesterday, posted to the troubleshooting area in Mega 65 Discord that this requires a whole new bitstream uploaded. And it's a process. I am not going to try that before Vintage Computer Festival Midwest, but I'm going to try that when I get back. And Gertje said it was very fidgety. He said, I think he said a lot fidgety. So I'm just going to leave it. But it is working. I have the intro disc, as you can see here, working for us. So love that, and I can just hit return. And so this will boot automatically, and I can show off the Mega 65. So this is really what I'm taking. This is the hardware I'm taking, everything you kind of see here. Now there's some other things I'm going to be taking too, but that's not related to the table. That's related to me trying, oh wow, I've got 4 megabits up now. That's for me to try and document my time at Vintage Computer Festival. So one of the things is what you're looking at right now is the Osmo 3. So let me just show you just a couple. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm messed up from the network issue. So hold on to that thought. We'll talk about all the other stuff I'm going to take here in just a minute. But first, one of the other things I want to do is I want to talk about some of the cool news that's going on in the world of retro. And I have a screen set up for us here. Let's go ahead and do that. I am not going by plane. I am driving No Brew. It's very simple for me. It's less than 4 hours. It's about 3:40. Well, no, I take that back. It's about 4, probably with traffic and everything. So it will be me in the car headed that way. So, and I have an electric EV. So I just came back from Maryland in the EV, which was a lot further than Chicago. So it should be an easy trip for me. So looking forward to that. Oh, Oliver's here. Hey, Oliver says the other problem needs you updating the Max 10 FPGA. Yeah, I probably need to get that updated as well. All right, let's go ahead and go through some news for the week, some things that I'm kind of tracking right here, and I'm seeing if you're tracking it as well. 40 years of the Commodore C128. And I'm curious in chat, I did not realize that it was 40 years. We're celebrating 40 years of Commodore 128, which is a computer is very fond in my heart. I had a C128 for many years before I got my Amiga 500. And in some ways, that was the end of an era for me. I loved my C128. I had 80 column mode running. I was running the GEOS version in 80 column mode. And you all have heard this before, but when I was in college, this is what I was using for word processing, physics and engineering classes. I was putting my lab reports all together in this. And then I got involved more in drafting and design, and even had a computer-aided design package that was on here. It wasn't great, but I actually put a full production of a residential home on this thing. I'm trying to remember the name of the CAD package. I don't remember it. So if you have a fondness for the C128, sing happy birthday to yourself for the C128's 40th anniversary. Again, I just can't believe it has gone that quickly, folks, right? So that's interesting. Also, as we're talking about that, the end of an era. Here's one that AOL has ended all of its dial-up internet access. I didn't even know that was a thing. Did you guys know that that was still a thing? You could dial in as of, I guess, last month. You could still dial into AOL, America Online, with a modem, which just floors me even now that I'm saying that out loud. But of course, for us Commodore folks, I believe the beginning, and correct me if I'm wrong, was CompuServe, which was Commodore service, and then it transitioned over to AOL when it was purchased. So again, end of an era. So pack up those 2400 baud modems, folks. You're not going to be dialing in anymore. If anybody had some copper wire running to their house, which would be interesting. It is kind of sad, though, isn't it? No more of the blippity blips and boop boops and all that business. End of an era. No dial-up to AOL. I can't believe it. You've got mail. Do they still have mail? Anybody know if AOL still has their mail? Would love to know that. By the way, now that I can take a drink, the drink for the day is the L8 Pawpaw Small Batch. So if you're not familiar with a pawpaw, it's something that grows in eastern parts of the United States, up around, it kind of goes into Canada too. It's often, it's called this here. They call it the Kentucky pawpaw, the Kentucky banana. So the pawpaw is similar in, as a matter of fact, some people will substitute pawpaws for bananas when they don't have them, but I have not tried this yet. The lovely accountant says this is really good. So this is L8 Pawpaw Edition. Here we go. I can use it after that whole network fiasco. Let's see how we're doing here. By the way, L8's 100th anniversary is next year. I feel like I should do something with that. Oh, that's good. That is good. Jamie, that's good. If you make it down to Kentucky, get you some of that. That's better than regular L8. Holy moly, that's good. And it does. It's not banana-y, but it's just a hint of kind of that flavor. Oh man, that's good. I'll be drinking that. All right, let's get back to our news. And then I'll come back into chat here. Here is let's see. This one is fun. This is Mega 65 news. And I was checking this out. Looks like for those over the pond, if you have been interested in the Mega 65 being able to use a SCART cable, Paul is working on that. Paul being one of the main developers of the Mega 65, Paul Gardner-Stephen. Check this out, this article here, and he's showing his progress. Now, it's not just a simple matter of plugging in a cable and it working. He's got to do some things to the core and get it updated. But if you're missing SCART connections with your Mega 65, I have good news. It is on the way. So how about that? That's something I wasn't expecting. Another piece of news that would caught my eye that I'll be interested in, and I'll be coming back to chat here, so you guys post some notes and we'll see what your thoughts are. This was fun. Microsoft open sources the 6502 BASIC coded by Bill Gates himself. I think there was, what did it say? There's something like 6,955 lines or 6,955 lines of code. So this is now in the ethers, open source. You could take this now and do whatever you want with it, which is really cool. It mentions that you could even do something. Let's see, Microsoft placed it on GitHub under the MIT license. Hey, let's go check out the GitHub. I did not think about that. Let's pull up the GitHub and see. There you go. Microsoft BASIC for 6502 microprocessor version 1.1. Yes, there is definitely a historical significance. So that is really cool. If you want to go out there and hack around with BASIC, the original source code, you can now do that. Here's the source code includes, so these are the computers that supported or that use this source code. Apple II, Commodore PET, Ohio Scientific, MOS Chem, which later became Commodore, part of Commodore, and the PDP-10, which is really interesting. So again, this is just Microsoft BASIC version 1.1. So when you get into Commodore and version 2.0, that would not be a part of this. That's interesting. I wonder, I assume, yeah, that Perry Frantic, as I like to call him, Christian over at Commodore.net, they own all the, I'd love to see what was all included in the purchase. Did they get all the basic revisions included? I would assume that is the case. So that would be interesting. All right, let's do a couple more before, let's do a couple, hello, gotta go back over here. There you go, Stephen. You're gonna get right here in a minute. Here's another one right here. Now this one I just saw in the magazine we just talked about. I just thought this was fun. If you're looking for a new Commodore 64 game, this looks like a lot of fun. This is Muskateer. It says some free bonus content has now been added to the Muskateer download bundle. If you're looking for a game, and I don't know if I can, let's see if this blows this up for you. There you go. It looks pretty good. I mean, the graphics look really good. The sprites look really good on the Musketeers. This is one I am planning on trying out. If you know of any good games that you're thinking about that I should know about, or that you're playing that are newer, go ahead and put that in the chat. We'll take a look at that here in a little bit too. But I just thought that one was pretty cool, honestly. And then this is kind of fun too. This is as of today, folks. Again, going back to Mega 65. The new Mega 65 complete compendium was released as of, look at that, 7 September 2025. That is fresh news right there, baby. That is, and I'm not sure what the changes are, but this is version 1.2. So take a look at that, download that. Now this is for the complete compendium. So this would include the developer's guide, everything else. I usually download this, and then what I've been doing is I've got them all consolidated into a library folder, and then I throw them at AI so I can find things quickly in them, which has been helpful. So there you go, the latest version of the Mega 65 book as of today, published today. Again, this says version 1.2. I assume this is just if you look at the nobody posted anything as far as the version changes, but this should be minor typos and things like that. But if you want the most up-to-date, you can get the most up-to-date today. That's how up-to-date I have taken care of for you. All right, and then let's see now. Let's save that one for last. Now, the last two are really hardware, and it's really exciting when we as a community get new hardware, right? So I'm going to load up this one right here first, and let's talk about this one right here, which is, boom, right there, the new Vectrex. Have you guys seen the new Vectrex, if I can say it right? The new Vectrex. Oh my goodness, I'm doing 7.2 megabits up right now. YouTube should be getting all the data they need right now. 7.2 megabits up. Look at that. Vectrex console. And what's interesting is this is a Vectrex Mini. Now, the one thing and I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I was a little disappointed because it is just an IPS screen. It is not a vector screen, but it is. It was launched at Gamescom, and it's going to be available. I don't think. Let's go to the Kickstarter and see what it says. But if you like Vectrex, and I'm actually thinking about one of these because I don't have a Vectrex, and I know they're kind of a pain to keep going, but this looks like a lot of fun. So here you go. About the release, the price is set to be about $175. That seems probably a little high, but probably pretty close in there, right? Pretty close. And so it looks like it's got some more work to be done before it actually launches on Kickstarter. So pretty cool about that one. And then the last one, all of you should be excited about. And we probably lost Mislav, but I know he's probably just ecstatic about this one. And that is the release of the A1200, which was also hinted at Gamescom. So there you go, the A1200. Now, I understand there's also been some controversy about calling these maxis and minis. And retroCombs has come out with a full statement. We should no longer call our VC64 large size a maxi. It's VC64. And the mini is called VC64 mini. There's no maxi, there's just mini and whatever it is. So this is the A1200, period. No maxi. Don't say maxi. Evidently retroCombs doesn't like that. So there you go. So a little update there. I am excited about this. I don't know why either. I have an A600. I like the look of it. I'm wondering what they're doing over here with the whole floppy thing. I'm sure there's not going to be a floppy in there, just like there wasn't on the A500 Mini. Can I say that? Yes, the A500 Mini. So I'm sure it's just for show. And then I'm also interested on the ports. I'm sure that's just USB. It's going to be similar to everything else. I'm sure there's not going to be any legacy ports on there. It will be HDMI. And then the other thing that I think that is important, right now, the A500 Mini, you have to hack to actually get Workbench on there. I'm hopeful that the A1200 will actually have Workbench without having to hack it, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be that carousel again, and getting into Workbench probably will not be an option on the carousel, although that would be really nice if they would do that and kind of legitimize these as real computers and not just game machines. All right. So that, my friends, is the news that I wanted to cover today, and a lot of exciting stuff. And I was hoping that, that we would get that opportunity to do that today. I'll tell you what, I need to close a few of these windows. Hold on just a second. Let me go back over here and close window, 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 and window, and window, and window. Let's go over here and get prepared for our conversation about Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. All right, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead, and I want to check on chat. I've been remiss in chatting with you, and it's hanging in there, guys. It's good today. One of the things I'm just going to have to make sure and do is reboot every Saturday evening. I just need to reboot. So I'll get that thing down, and I don't know why I have to do that. So Jamie, if you can tell me why I have to do that, please let me know. All right, let's go ahead and look at chat and see what's going on here. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do for chat? I'm going to come over here because this camera is right above my thing for chat. So I can do this and it'll kind of follow me around. So let's see what we have here, what you all chatted about. I do have a C128 right now. It's over there and it is a good condition. It's got one of those great So Ready covers over it right now. Yes, it's in really good shape. But you know what I don't have, and this is probably one of the few things that I would actually consider. Here's another thing. And again, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but I told the lovely accountant I had no plans to buy a computer while I'm at Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. There's nothing on my mind. She said, well, every year you buy a computer. And I said, every year I've had something on my mind. I've been very fortunate. I found some really cool things lately. I've pretty much completed my Commodore selection. I've got the C116 now, which is really cool. And I have basically everything. But the one thing that I might consider is a C128D in amazing condition. But it'd have to be in amazing condition. That would be the only thing. I always wanted one. I have a standard 128 right now. So great question there. Thank you for that. Evil J says, I've had a C128 for 20 years, never turned it on. We'll have to work on it when you do. You need turned on. I think what's also cool with the Checkmate, and I'm really excited about using the Checkmate, is this will support 80 column and 40 column mode at the same time, and I can just switch between them. So I am actually thinking, maybe it's already been done, but I was thinking about doing a video on how that would work with the 128. Now, you won't have two at the same time, but it does have the EGA connector on it. It's not, I know it's not EGA, but it's like the EGA connector. I could, though, set up a smaller monitor for 40 column and then have 80 column. But I also want to get GEOS in 80 column mode running again, because again, as I mentioned on my C128, that was, I lived in that for probably 2 years while I was in school. I mean, it was just GEOS, GEOS, GEOS for everything in school, which is really cool. Mr. Landfill says he's had one for 40 years. Wow, it's probably your original one, right? Good for you. Never had one. No brew. If you can find one, they are a blast. I also had somebody reach out to me. I think it was in a comment on one of my videos, and I think he raised a good point with all of the interest in the retro community right now. And he wondered why people weren't trying to write demos and things for the C128 in enhanced mode, especially. Oh, I remember it was on the it was on a Mega 65 post, because he was kind of suggesting that Mega 65 mode, basic 65, is similar to the Commodore 128 mode that nobody wrote really anything for. So if there's an interest in this, why isn't there interest in 80 column and 128 mode on the 128 and demos and games and things like that? It's a fair question. It just hasn't caught. It just doesn't. A lot of them are sold, but it just doesn't have kind of the zeitgeist, I guess is the word, right? So I agree. I kind of wondered about that too myself. I have more than one. Mr. Landfill has more than one now. So you've got plenty. All right. Me too. Evil J, or 23 years to be exact. I used it from time to time, a lot more often than my 120. Oh, so you had a 128D. Very nice. The screeching song of our people. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. We used AOL at my office. Yeah, there you go. SCART is UK. Yeah, it is, Mr. Landfill. It's primarily SCART, and I assume and people in chat can tell us who are over the pond. I assume it's for PAL, some kind of standard for PAL, something like that. But this actually, my Checkmate supports SCART now, which is fun. I got the extra Appy's retro board in the back for this, and it supports SCART, which is really kind of cool. And I'm paranoid, guys. I just can't get back past paranoid, but yeah, we're rock solid. So I'm just checking my internet every once in a while, make sure everything's okay. Let's see. It's about 15 kilohertz support and protecting the monitor from wrong frequencies. Oh, gotcha. Okay, thank you for that. Let's see. Mr. Landfill was used basically all European. It was especially popular in France. Okay. Oliver, the frequency issue is mainly a problem for people with real CRTs. An LCD TV monitor will just display an error while CRT may actually break. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I did not know that. Paul did also only do RGB for now, not RGBI. Okay. Good to know. Let's see. The file host uses its own version of numbering scheme, so do not pay attention to these numbers. All right, will do. Not paying attention to any numbers on the file host. It sounds like we need to get something done with that. That's why we will try that. The other cores will also support the special cable. Oh, okay, good. Yes. Now, let's move on to the next one. I'm really tempted about the Vectrex Mini. Me too. I'm very curious about that. An Amiga with a working keyboard, which will be nice. If you saw my live stream a couple of weeks ago, you know I took the A500 Mini, showed you how to connect a keyboard, USB accessories using a USB hub. If you missed that live stream, it's still up. You can go back and look at it, and it has time codes, so it's your chapter marker, so that you can buzz on through. But if you want to see, and I show you how to get Workbench installed on that device too. So if you missed that live stream, go ahead and take a look at that. I like the controller. They probably don't want me to call it a maxi pad. Probably not. All right. It's probably where they are, Evil J. Somewhere deep inside a dark, damp dungeon, a bunch of lawyers are obsessing over which words people use to describe things. And that's how they make their money, Sarah. That is how they make their money. Let's see. I hope the A1200 would have about it. Well, I'll tell you what, when you take the A500 Mini, so check out my live stream, Taro, and you actually put Workbench on there and crank it up 60, it was at least that. I mean, we were talking super fast, super fast. It really is good. By the way, they're not a sponsor. I wish they were. Let's see. C128D would look nice sitting there we go. Would look nice sitting next to an Amiga 1000. Yes, it would. Always wanted one of the plastic 128Ds, but after all these years repairing Commodore equipment, I never saw one. I know, we have to keep this stuff running now, right? Let's not forget Basic 10 on the Mega 64 has 40 megahertz speed. Yes, it does. That's what people seem to like the most. Agreed. That's true. When you see Basic 65 running on 40 megahertz, it's pretty sweet. And some people have done some really cool basic programming. Gertch is one of those. He's done some really cool games and demos as well. I've got to miss some people. Oh, here's Dan. Dan's back. Hey, Dan, thanks for coming back. People are more attracted to the community than to the device, with nostalgia as a bootstrap. Less nostalgic for C128 games means it's difficult. Oh, that was so long, I had to do it again. Difficult to bootstrap a community of C128 game devs. That makes perfect sense, Dan. Thank you for that. I've had 2 C128s. I traded the other for a BBC Master. I don't even know what that is. What's that tell you? It's a BBC Micro, but a Master? Is that what that is? Okay. Stephen is without stuttering here. Oh, good. Stream. I thought it said Stephen is without any stutter here. Good. I think the Mini lets you configure as fast as 68040 even. Yeah, I think in the when you can get to that menu, the UAE menu, then it will let you kick it up, but it's actually much faster too. I have a plastic 128, although the disk drive is no good. Well, that's pretty much the case for all of them. All right, so thank you for that. If you look in chat right now, you'll notice that some folks have these really cool little emojis next to their names. By the way, there are also some emojis that are available in chat. If you click on emojis and you look, I've put up some specialized retroCombs emojis. Give that a shot. Somebody post a couple of those and let people know what those look. Let's see if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it a shot, and you can find these fun emojis, and you can fly your retroCombs membership flag. Those are available. And so those are available if you'd like to do that. And you can see it lets people know whether you're a retroCombs supporter just with the general joystick, but also if you're at the pet level, 128, M65, all of those are available via membership now, which is really cool. And then also as you are a member, and we'll talk about how you become a member in just a minute, then as you are with time, there you go, Taro, as you progress with time in your membership, then you get a change of an emoji next to your name. So for instance, Taro just posted, and you see a big N. That means he is a new member to the channel. Now he's not necessarily new, but new with the YouTube membership channel. So let's talk about that for just a minute, because I do want you all to see that. So I have new YouTube memberships. Buy Me a Coffee is done for, folks. It's out, it's gone. Everything has been transitioned over to the YouTube memberships. So if you go down below, you'll find some dots and you can click on it and you can say join the channel. There's also a link in the video description below that will take you to this page right here. So the levels are all the same. You have, well, they're the same in name, and I'm going to talk just a little bit. So we have Commodore Pet, that's available for 99 cents. And you'll see I have little things that tell you a little bit about that level. So I like to call this one is you like to live in the shadows. You don't really want anything, you just want to kind of support me. So that's that one. And I like to call it mono. It's monochrome, right? If you want to move up some colors, you get access to the Discord, and you are now an official card-carrying retroCombian member. All right, so you can get that. And again, once you do that, you'll get a link and you can join the Discord. All right, I think it's automated now. I think I figured that out. If you join and don't get that, let me know. Then we can go up to Commodore 64, which some of you have been for a while. That one was kind of there as a test out. On that one, you get member shout outs, and you get on the supporters page at retrocombs.com/supporters, if I'm remembering that right. And you'll get lots of shout outs on social too. If you move up to +4, then it includes access to perks from the previous levels and nothing more. Why is it? I thought I had something else there. I thought there was something. Oh, the +4 is supposed to be the stickers. I'm sorry, I need to add that. +4 means you get a little welcome package from me. So that'll be at the $7.99. Then at $14.99, and this is talking about the C128. This one is actually Bill Hurd approved. He told me I could do this. You become a producer. You get access to the producers chat, and you get retroCombs swag. So the swag is supposed to start the +4. Apologies for that. I need to fix that, so I'll get that done. But remember, as you move up, you get all the perks from the previous ones as well. Now, if you are a super duper supporter, you can actually move up to, let me move this up here. You can go to a Mega 65, which I call the FPGA level, and you get executive producer credit. You get a gift from Santa Combs at Christmas time, and that has been, wow, we've done all kinds of things. We've done we've done electronic screwdrivers. We've done we've done retroCombs, Funko Pop back here. You can't really see. We've done all kinds of stuff. So I've got ideas for this year. And it's typically something around the channel, something you've seen on the channel. And I try to just make it a fun gift for you to put under your Christmas tree. And then also new for the YouTube membership is you get a wrench. So there's 2 people that have wrenches right now. Actually, I think I owe somebody a wrench. Martin, not Martin. Who do I owe a wrench? Yeah, Martin. I think it was Martin. I owe somebody a wrench. But when you are at the executive producer level, that causes responsibility. See, you can actually help manage chat, which means you can post URLs in chat, you can boot people if they're not being nice, and you get some other pieces there. So if you are interested in that, I'd love to have you come join. The Discord, though, is really the fun part. So, and you can get into the Discord even at the $2.99 rate right there. So, but if you really want to support and get other cool stuff, excuse me, pause, then you need to move up in levels. So I, again, just tried to provide some levels that were affordable, but if you really want to support, the one thing I will say, because I did have somebody say, did you up the prices on the levels? I did, because the prices haven't been up on the levels. A couple of reasons. The prices haven't gone up on the levels in 4 years when they were with Buy Me a Coffee. And then also with YouTube memberships, I can't change them. They're locked in. So that's it. If I ever want to add another level, I can't change those. I have to add another one. So, and then also the other reason for that is YouTube takes just a little bit more money than Buy Me a Coffee, which I'm not in it to make a ton of money. You're helping me support my hobby. So if you want to continue to support the hobby, please do that. All right. If you want to know what level you are, you can check your YouTube membership or your YouTube account, and it will tell you. So feel free to do that. And also, again, every one of you should have some kind of emoji next to your name. So if you don't have an emoji next to your name, that means that your, I just got something, stream health is lower than, but let me check. Let me see. Let's see what's going on here. Let's make sure we're cooking with gas, folks. But what I was saying is check your name in chat and see if you have a little icon next to it. If you don't, it may have lapsed. Something may have lapsed. So you need to do that. No, I'm still showing good. Okay, 3.3. Okay, still looks good. All right, so check that and then reach out to me if it's not. All right, stream's still fine. Thank you, No Brew. Just I got a little worried there. It popped a warning, which I've seen this warning. So Neil, if you're still on Buy Me a Coffee, you can no longer go to Buy Me a Coffee. I've canceled all those. So if you want to support, make sure you pop over to those new ones. Again, link down below in the video description makes it easier to find that than probably finding memberships, but that's down below too. So appreciate, again, all of those of you that are supporting the channel and allowing me to do this as a really fun hobby and paying my internet bill so I can get this thing stream working. Dag nabbit. All right, let's see. Let me see if there's anything new. All right, let's go into... let's see. I'm looking at what some of you chatted here. Shouldn't that be CMB? Oh, see, is there one that says CMB? Oh no, is it? Oh yeah, you're right. It's supposed to be CBM Pet. Oh my gosh, I'll get that fixed. Typo. Sorry about that. I've looked at that thing. I don't know how many times. We'll get that fixed. Thank you for that. Good catch, Sarah. I will get that. The nice thing is that'll just automatically update when I get that up. So I'll go back in there and I've got all these created in Pixelmator Pro, so it's easy to change them. Oh, and I also, Mislav, I put a post, if you're in the members, if you are a member, you also have separate membership, and I should probably put that in the benefits. You also get a separate membership channel on YouTube where I can post to you only. I can also post videos only to members, which as we grow membership, I am going to be doing that. You'll get some behind the scenes video and things like that that you're not going to get regularly. But I thought it was for Combs. Smart. But Mislav asked for and he's been on this for 2 years. So he's got an emoji that nobody else has right now. But he asked for year 3, which he didn't know he's asking for a year, but for year 3, he gets the boing ball. So he'll get a boing ball when he stays up for the 3-year membership. So I'm excited. I'm going to create that for him probably while I'm traveling, as a matter of fact, and get that up there. And then when he hits his 3rd year, he'll upgrade to the Boing Ball because he's our Amiga guy. He just loves Amiga. And I don't do a whole lot of Amiga, and he still supports me at a really high level. So I have to thank him. All right, enough of that. I did want to, I want to share this. I don't know, and this gives me a chance to get a break and get ready for the next segment. Are you guys hanging in there with me, I hope? But I want to share this right here. Where is it? All right, so we're going to take a break and we're going to watch this. I'm curious how many of you have seen this. Here we go. I'll be back with you in about 20 seconds.
There's many times when I think of you and all those things that you used to do. But the harder I think, the more it seems to be that only you meant for me. You live in a complicated world, but it's in the light you do. You're I'll be waiting there for you, and we can start when you're ready, I'll be waiting for you.
Retro gaming, modern power. Grab yours now while stocks last at Commodore.net.
All right, and we are back. I just need a quick little break there for a second. And now, cease and desist coming? I don't think so. I'm sure they want all of the traffic they can possibly get right now because it does help. So, you know, the other thing that'd be interesting as we go, we know that we saw in Computes Magazine that there was an ad. It'd be interesting to see if Commodore.net starts to advertise on some YouTube channels. So why don't I just start the thing going? Hey, Perry Frantic, if you want to advertise on a YouTube channel that has a whopping 23 people watching at this particular time, I'm your guy. All right. So actually a lot more people watch afterwards. Oh, I'm sorry. It's down to 22, but I have 12 likes. So I'm sure there are other YouTubers that will get that opportunity before I will. But I think it will be interesting to see if ads from Commodore.net ever start popping up on streams and videos. I think that's going to be interesting, because the old Commodore never had that opportunity, right? All right, let's talk about Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. It is. Vintage Computer Festival Midwest is next weekend. Let me pull up this one right here, and let's go talk about it right now. Enough of this membership. So here's the website. It is held on September 13th, 14th. I will be there the 12th. I'm driving up on the 12th. And I'll be probably setting up my stuff next to Dan on the evening of the 12th in the hall. I'll be there the 13th and 14th. I'm going to be walking around a lot. I'm probably going to be at the table helping Dan. There will be a couple of speakers that I want to go, particularly Dan's is one of them. So I'll be in and around. Look for me if you're there. I missed earlier. I apologize. I may need you to post again if you're going to be there again this year. But I think what we're going to do, for those of you that are attending, if you're interested in getting together, let's, if you want to do like a little mini meetup, we can do lunch on 1 o'clock Sunday, and we'll just eat in a hotel. What do you guys think? We'll go over to the hotel, sit in the restaurant, and have a little meal. If you're interested in that, let me know, hook up with me, and we'll do that. Saturday might be a little busy. We'll probably all just be trying to grab whatever, but Sunday's a little calmer, and I think that probably is a better time. If you're not going to be there on Sunday, let me know. I could shift it around, but we can figure it out. We'll figure it out, but that's the plan so far. Now, I do have a few of these pages loaded because they have started to put the exhibitor list. The map is not working. I tried the map all morning, and it is not popping up. All it does is sit there and spin. You can see that right there. So I'm going to stop that. But we do have the talks are available right here. You can see the talks that are happening. There are some really cool stuff. Here's the Sage Air Defense System. Here's Dan's Mega Digest 2025 at 10:30 on Saturday. I do want to go to that. I think that'll be a fun chat right there. Let's see. Let's see, controlling Intel CPUs with microcontrollers, Z80 inside the Apple II's secret operating system. That can be kind of interesting. LLVM OS, interesting how you can program on the 6502 using modern tech. Vintage Tech YouTubers discussion panel. No, I'm not on that. Before you ask, my 22 people don't get me invited to that. Okay. I usually I try and walk in there and take a look at it, but man, that thing fills up like that. I will admit, if you don't see me there, it's not because I'm mad because I'm not invited. It's typically because it's so crowded, I can just watch it later is what I do. So, there's that. Let's see, what else? Oh, the auction setup. I'm definitely going to be at the auction. Had a great time at the auction last time. Jamie got me to the auction for the first time last year, or the year before. He convinced me to go. And the auctions are fun. And if I find something there, I mean, that's probably where I might find something just odd, unique, and something I want to just have fun auctioning on. History of HDMI, Lodestar. Oh, there you go, Lodestar. The 22 year, I might be interested in that. I may have to do that one. Getting the most out of your PowerPC Mac, probably not. Superphone live in Chicago. I don't know what that is, but that sounds really kind of cool. An audiovisual joyride through the new wavy synth pop stylings of Superphone. Okay, well, could be good. Live musical performance, the Stop Bits. This is their second year, I believe, right? I believe this is their second year. And they're going live at 10:30. Oh my goodness, that's past my bedtime. But I'm staying at the hotel this year, so I will probably pop down there for that. Staying at the first year I've stayed at the event hotel. I've actually stayed at that hotel for other things, but this is my first time for this. And then the next day looks like replace the ticking time bombs, classic Macs, retro mesh enabling long range wireless. Oh, Jamie will be at that one. I bet he's just salivating reading that one right now. Let me know, Jamie, if that's the case, or I could be wrong. Archaeology of the IBM PC 110, mini computer music. That sounds kind of interesting. Loving the unlovable, a different approach to low-end hardware. Interesting. It's got some new stuff on it, but old stuff. That's interesting. Wait a minute. Cosplaying as a telco. You will be billed. That sounds very interesting. I may have to look at that. Optical disk drives are dying. Go emulate. We dig culture and introduction to creative computing projects. Commodore 4 Circle, that we have to go to. Who is that? Jim Drew's Jim's doing that one. That one will be packed, folks. That's at 1 o'clock on Sunday. That one will probably be packed. I just feel like that one's going to be hard. So I'm going to get to that one. That is one I'm definitely going to try and get to. I think that could be interesting because Jim, if I'm not mistaken, is part of the Commodore.net. Is that right? Somebody correct me if I am wrong. Using AI to create a I don't want to get my AI elsewhere. Atari Soft. I feel bad if anybody's watching this afterwards and I just diss their presentation. It's just not my thing. It's not a negative towards you. I apologize. I probably should be a little more empathetic as I scroll through these. Timex made home computers. What were they thinking? That sounds interesting. And then time to pack up, unfortunately, at 3 o'clock. But I think probably Sunday night, I'll be going to maybe the Retro Arcade. Jamie, when are you going back? Are you going back Sunday? Or are you going to stay overnight? Let me know that. Be interesting. All right, let me hold on just a second. Here's the auction preview, and I was really kind of disappointed there wasn't more on here right now. Let me go ahead. I think a lot of the auction stuff, let me just refresh. A lot of the auction stuff probably shows up the day of, so there's that. So Sun Ultra 80, there you go, Jamie. Jamie will be bidding on, he actually has one. Restored Mac Classic, Dyson Zone headphones. What? Dyson Zone, interesting. Docks, but just somebody selling docks. What are docks? I don't know what that is. C64 working without power supply with Pi 1541, so somebody getting rid of that. DEC Celebris XL, Sun Spark Station 10, Sun Spark Station 2, and system with Type 4 keyboard. So as it stands right now, nothing I would be interested there, unfortunately. Let's see with the tables. Let's see what's going on at the tables here. So these are the folks that are going to be there. 8-bit classics, that's always a good one. 8-bit devices, that'll be interesting. I always enjoy them. We have Action Retro. They always have really interesting stuff. So that'll be good. Looks like Action Retro YouTube upgraded Mac. Yeah, he's always doing some interesting stuff. Adrian, of course, will be there. Alan DeYoung, Amiga of Rochester. Oh, that sounds Amiga and Macintosh upgrades. Interesting. This is the first time I'm looking at this, folks, so you're getting some real-time reactions on this one. Atari guy, Atari BBS Gurus. Saw them last year, got some Atari stuff from them. Got an Atari 800 last year. So that's sitting over here and has been fired up once since last year. That's why I don't think I need anything. Just kind of going big bad bench. Big bad bench. Sometimes creativity is required to repair and upgrade. Huh. Let's see. Bill Stable. There's a lot. Bitbinders will be there. Outstanding. I think Bitbinders is actually close to the table Dan has. So I'm going to touch base with them. If you don't know, Bitbinders was kind enough to give me a dual drive. As a matter of fact, I should probably take that. I may, since they're going to be there, I may pack that bad boy and take it to the computer festival, Vintage Computer Festival, and hook it up to the dev kit. That could be cool, and they would appreciate that. So I'm going to think about that, and it's sitting right over there. See, this is why I'm glad I did this, because we get to talk through this together, or sort of, kind of together. The Big Bad Bench guy is great. Excellent. Outstanding. Let's see. Let me get my chat up here. I'm kind of missing chat. There we go. Yeah, Jamie says the Big Bad Bench guys were great. Dan says, yep, Bitbinders is in our section. Perfect. I will bring the 1581 DV, I think. I think that could be really fun. And help support them, too, for being so kind to the channel. Let's see, what else do we have? Bryce Wilson, Byte Shift, Chicago Game Space, interesting. Chris and Gavin will be doing 6502s for you. Well, that's interesting. Wow, there's some good tables here. Commodore Z, Commodore Man. If you see something and you want to shout it out, do that. I'll keep an eye on chat here. Have you pre-scoped out stuff with the Bit Savers guy? I haven't. Who was the bit? Remind me again, Jamie. Who's the Bit Savers guy? Let me go back up here. So Bit Savers. Where? I don't see Bit Savers guy. He's not in here. Where is he? Oh, Bonus Life will be there. Bonus Life is one of my favorites. They always have really cool stuff. As a matter of fact, for Bonus Life, they're the ones that got me these two items right here: the PET and the TRS Model 4. Yeah. So thanks to them for that. Let's see, go back over here. We have Brian Stewart. Let's see. Citizen is in our section again, too. Oh, good. Excellent. All right. That's a good one. Be good to meet those guys. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. They brought Wackadoodle last year, Simple C64 gave it large. Oh, yes, I remember that. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, there they are right there. All right. Commodore Z. Dan. Oh, look, some guy named Dan Sanderson's going to be there. What the heck does he do? It's just Dan. And Dan, it should be Dan, right? So, again, Dan, thanks for the opportunity to kind of hang out with you. Looking forward to meeting you. This will be the first time Dan and I have actually met face-to-face. We've interacted a lot around the Mega 65 community, but looking forward to getting to know him. So he'll be my host for Vintage Computer Festival. Dave's Retro Video Lab. Yeah, know that one. David Haynes will be there with Commodore.bombjack.org. Looks like he's bringing a Mega 65, Dan. Probably want to stop by and say hello to him. It's just a community. We just have to do that. I'm pretty sure Jim's bringing his too, so there'll be a lot of Mega 65s. Doug's Vintage Computing. Very cool. Eric's Edge. Ethan, make sure. Check out Danish Giant. Check out Danish Giant AUX server. Did I miss that one? Let's see. Damn it. Let me back up here a little bit. All right. I don't, where is it? Did I miss something there? You probably said something, it probably maybe mistyped or something. I don't know. We'll come back. I don't see that one, Jamie. Let's see. Forgotten Machines. FujiNet. Yes. FujiNet is, I really need to visit them with all the computers I have. I really need to visit them probably and spend time with them. I think they typically sell some of their stuff too, right? And aren't they working on finally getting this? I think the C64 stuff. Are they finally getting the C64, or is that on FujiNet? See, why do I want to think that they're not really that big on C64s yet? Iowa guys, Jack Rubin, Jaden Sparks. There's Jim. full of history. I will be showing the latest Commodore products, including those that have never been seen yet. Will be their debut. That, folks, is interesting. That one right there. We definitely want to go. I'm just curious, does he have any teasers? Let's see. Let's see. Nope, I just thought maybe he might have a teaser up there for us. Nothing there, though. All right, so definitely going to be visiting Jim. That's going to be interesting. And then the other Jim, so 2 Jims. That's good. 3 Jims. Joe's Computer Museum. Oh, yeah, I remember that one from last time. I believe that's the guy I remember. Jonathan Hare. Wow, this is a lot, folks. Let's see. Awesome Dolphin Waffle. I also have a Mega 65 display with a project that I'm quite excited about. A Sierra Graphic Adventure Engine implementation working with King's Quest. Very cool. Yeah, I look forward to seeing that myself as well. LGR will be there. He's on the panel, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Mac Effects, 8-Bit, Maiden, Ariana, Malcolm Ramey, just all the standards, folks. A lot of folks that we all know and love. Midwest Classic Video Game Museum. I did not know there was a Midwest Classic Video Game Museum. I have to check that out. Midwest Computer Museum. Home computers. Okay, maybe I need to check that out too. What else? Anything? Noah, Brad? I'm looking for nothing in particular. Power of Vintage. Retro Innovations. That's always good. They always have some good stuff. Always like looking at theirs. Retrotech Foundation. Retro Doors. That's interesting. Commodore Equipment and IEC Switchgear. Huh. I have to take a look at that. RF Computers. Ron's computer videos. Jamie will be spending time with Ron, I am sure. Scott Barrett, Scott K, Shady Tail, Sierra back online, and I like big boxes, and I cannot lie. That got me just for the title alone. Sloopy X, Solomon and Wes, Stephen Anderson, Steve K. I'm looking at kind of what they have here. Fun Ataris and Rarities, Suburban Chicago Atarians. That sounds kind of cool. Oh, here's the 8-Bit guy. Of course, he'll be there. He'll be signing autograph selfies and selling merch. Man, what's it like to be so big that people want your autograph? Hey, if you want my autograph, you can get mine. Don't worry about it. I'll be happy to sign anything you want. Okay. Not that you want it. Midwest Vintage Computer Federation will be there, yep, as always. WaffleNet. Will P. Wumpus Hunters will be there, and just a couple of Z's, Zap Coders, and Zig Zap Joe. So there you go. That is a lot, folks. There's a lot of stuff. So that's what's going on at Vintage Computer Festival. And now the last thing I want to talk about is before we end this thing, how long have we been doing this with all of our errors and rebooting a network and all that? What time is it? It is, wait, I'll just do it this way. It's easier. It is it's not bad. It's only 3:24. I think I've gone longer without errors, right? So not bad. Let me get a sip here. And now I'm going to share some of the stuff that I'll be taking. Just kind of talk through it. So what I'm going to do is, one of the things I learned last year was that I enjoyed the show so much more when I wasn't worried about filming for the channel. So last year I kind of took a hiatus. I didn't take a bunch of pictures. I didn't do a video. This year I'm going to take some video. I am not going to guarantee that anything will come out of it, but I am thinking of taking my, I don't know if y'all, I think y'all remember one of the things, if you've been a fan of the channel, watching the channel, whatever, you tolerate the channel is probably a better way to put it. Especially after today. Most of you know that it's right here. I have a YOLO Box Extreme right here. I also have a portable YOLO Box that's about this big. I am going to pack that YOLO Box, and I might do something live, because what I can do is I can hook it up to the YOLO Box with this camera, right? And I might do a little live streaming on my first, my experience for the day. So I may just sit in my hotel room and I might have a conversation with all you about what I saw and maybe show a few pictures. I did not see Perry Terra. For some reason, I don't think he's going to be there. He doesn't typically, I don't think he's really been to a lot of computer festivals. I think he's going to need to start doing that if he is going to promote his business, but we'll see how that goes. Or he'll start to have other people there. Jim Drew's going to be there, so there are folks there who are representing. anyway, back to that. So I think I might live stream, and I may say, hey, Jamie, you want to join me and we'll talk about Vintage Computer Festival Day 1. So I haven't talked to Jamie about that yet. He may not want to do that. But I just thought it'd be fun, just like immediate, and I don't have to worry about it, but I can talk about it and we can process at the end of the day. So could be something we might do. I am going to take, again, the microphone, maybe 2 microphones so that we can do that. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to bring some things, a few things to kind of document. These are extra things for the Osmo camera you just saw. I also have one of these, which I've really been disappointed in. And I don't know if you know what this is. You can hook this on a phone. This is the DJI, and it's an Osmo something another, but it's just that gyroscopic stability. I've been playing around with it a little bit more the last week, and I think I've got it better, but when you hook a phone to it, it does keep things stable. So I probably will use that. I also have some additional accessories for the Osmo 3 here. I've got extra battery life right here. So this is a big old battery you can plug on the back of it, a little tripod. Got my power supply charged, got the cover, all that business. So that'll be going. I think I'm also going to take the Instago 3, which I've used several years past. It's kind of, I hate to say this is kind of dated now, but it's very cool because you can disconnect this from this, and you can use this as a monitor and put that right. But you can wear this easily, which I like, and just walk around, and it does a really good job capturing. So you may see this on my hat. There's this little thing right here. I can put it on my hat and do that. So if you see me walking around with this, look for the light. If the light's on, you're being captured, okay? That's just kind of the way that works, all right? So that's probably going to go. We talked about the Nexus board going. Dan told me yesterday that people just like to play with boards. So I'm going to have that on a little stand. We'll have that there. So I'll put that over here. And then some of the things I'm going to have, I've got these little stands from IKEA many years ago, and they're great for little distance. So I'm going to redo this Mega 65 and do a little something about the dev kit and just a little history of the dev kit, put that out there. If I have time, I might put a second one in and put some information about the channel. But the other thing, yesterday, and I've got another one printing right now. Evil J actually helped me with the one. I printed this little guy right here. This is my 3-inch sticker little stand. Designed that in about, I don't know, maybe I think I took 10 minutes in SketchUp to design. Printed it out. It's good enough. It's going to be fine. And I'll be passing out magnets. This is the magnet right there. So we'll have magnets that will go in here. I will also be doing some of the legacy now. Martin, you're talking about legacy. These are the ones that got banned. I wasn't allowed to print these anymore because Atari went after their IP on me. So I'm going to get rid of these. So if you really want something fun, these will be in here as well. But you're going to stop by and visit with me in order to get those. And then I also have some new stuff this year. We got the little ornament / keychain right here. Pretty cool, right? So I'll be taking some of those. And then I also have these, which I'm hoping people will be wearing these everywhere. Everybody loves the little Commodore joystick. So now you can have your own retroCombs pin, lapel pin. How about that? You can put that on your jacket and wear that around. Tell everybody you are a retroCombs fan. And also you really love Commodore joystick. Not the way it works or its quality, but you just love the way it looks. And so those will be in here. Illegal stickers. There you go, Dan. Yeah, I'm a rebel, man. I am a rebel. And now the other cool thing that's going in here, let me bring this up. I have one more that is being delivered. It should be here Thursday. And it is this one right here. Let me bring it up. Where is my... There it is, right there. So let me minimize this. So this is the one that I decided to do a new sticker that would promote the channel more. The nice thing, the logo is okay, but you don't really know. All you know is, hey, I'm retroCombs, but it doesn't say what it is, right? So I wanted to do something that really told people that, hey, I'm on YouTube, so I put this together. So this will be the 2025 Vintage Computer Festival sticker. That's the new sticker for this year that I'll be passing out. So those will, of course, be in here as well. They'll be in the other one over here, and I will be passing those out as well. So those are stickers, but it's got the YouTube logo and then @retroCombs, so everybody knows. So that's what the big thing is for this year. So again, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. passing those out. Let me know what you think. Let's go to chat. Let's get caught up on chat before we end this bad boy and call it a day. Let me see. I need to move up here to maybe I will camp at Walmart. Wait, you're going to camp at Walmart? Oh, that was across the street at the other place. I don't know where Walmart is at this one. You need to get one of those cop cams. Well, with the Instacam, I can actually, or the Instago, I can actually put it here or here as well. It doesn't have to just go, it'll do that. But there's even on the Osmo 3, there is there's an adapter you can get for, like, if you have a backpack or whatever, and you can put on there. So I think that's interesting. Not a bad idea, to be honest. I'm in. What are you in on? Wait, what are you in on? You're in on, let's see, what did I miss? I'm in. Oh, I see. You're in. Good. We'll chat. Jamie, I get it now. 2 turntables. Yeah, there you go. I learned to rock like Dolomite. Oh my goodness, Dolomite. There's an old one. That's a reference right there. Keep those magnets away from your floppies. I have floppies? I don't think I have one floppy. Well, there is a floppy right here. Yeah, you're right. There's a floppy. So I will bring the floppy too. So that's in there. Let's see. Yeah, Dan, illegal stickers. We talked about that. I don't have any retroCombs coasters. You like coasters? I can get coasters. Maybe that'll be next year. I'll do some coasters next year. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff because I've got 200 of the new ones coming. I'm hoping I can get rid of all of them because I'm hoping as people go by, they'll just grab them. Trying to go density now, right? Get people understand I actually have a channel and am doing stuff. Bootleg stickers are going to get us all busted. We're going to get kicked out of there, Mr. Landfill. Hopefully the Tari people won't be there. Watch your fingers, son. The joystick patches. Yeah, that's right. That's funny. Carrying a cop cam to VCF is a good idea. Much better than my idea of carrying a taser. Taser would be fun. There's probably a taser there somewhere and somebody's got it hooked up to a retro computer. That's it's funny because absolutely none love Commodore joy. No, they didn't. But I love the look. I love the look of it. I do think it's really cool. And maybe I'm just biased because I really liked it. And I think it makes a really cool logo too for my channel. Now oh my gosh, here's the question, guys. I'm concerned now. Is Commodore going to bust me now? Do they own the IP for this? Man, am I going to have to pay Perry Frantic a couple of bucks for every sticker now? Do they own that design? Oh man, I was covered because Commodore was out of business technically. Ooh, what's going to happen to these? Maybe these are the ones that are going to get busted, not the old ones. Holy moly, I didn't even think of that. Enjoy VCFW. I visited one in Europe, and it is interesting seeing stuff I missed all these years. Yeah, this is Jamie, is this my 4th one? I think this is my 4th one. So I think that's right. But yeah, I always enjoy it. It is so much fun. So looking forward to it for sure. Let's see. The Commodore joystick makes a good logo for your channel. Easy for me to find when scanning sublists. Well, thank you. It actually is part of my retroCombs tech channel too. By the way, if you didn't know, I do have another channel, retroCombs-tech, where I deal with some modern tech. As a matter of fact, this is wild. If you go over there, you'll find, so speaking of questionable items, you'll find a video I did on a questionable video streaming box. I think we're up to 240,000 views on that bad boy. 240,000. So I did a follow-up. I think we're up to 10,000 on that one right now. But 200, that thing went, and it's still going. Every day, it's still my top viewed video. So, and it has, and I'm going to tell you, it has made a little chunk of change, which is nice because it's that what I'm doing is I'm using retroCombs Tech to generate some additional revenue to help this channel. So a lot of people don't know that. All the stuff I get over there is either something I use or it's free. So I don't have to buy anything. So that's why I kind of just do videos and I put it up there, and I'm getting better. I'm trying to figure out what my niche is and how I'm doing it, but it's usually there's something retro in the background. I'm always doing an unboxing and that type of thing. I've got another one I'm working on right now, actually for the Osmo 3. Hopefully we'll get that even before I go. I don't know. I've got so much to do, but that is really helping this other. As a matter of fact, it's starting to catch up with this channel as far as subscribers. There's about 500 subscribers a month. So it's going to catch up with this channel probably in 3 more months. And then if it keeps up, it's definitely making more money. So again, taking all that and reinvesting back into things here, which is nice. Like buying the Osmo 3, it helped pay for that, as a matter of fact. So I could invest that. And again, as you see, I'm using that for live streams here. Don't plan to do any live streams over on that channel at all. Oh, there's retroComb. Oh, it just went away. That's Jamie. Oh, Jamie's starting to look good too. That's the other thing. If you are interested in more electronics and hardware, check out Jamie's Hack Shack. Jamie, feel free to put that link in the chat anytime you want. Happy to have you do that. There you go, retroCombs Tech. Look at view count, 432,000 right now, 4,770 right now for subscribers. So again, it's starting to catch up with my retroCombs channel. So there's view count is 1.6 million and 8130. So there you go. Really cool stuff. This is just fun for me too, until the internet doesn't work when you're live streaming. I'm going to give up live streaming. That's just it. I'm going to give up live streaming. All right, let's see. Perry Tariff. Yeah, there we go. Remember, they are working with the little guys. Yes, I am definitely a little guy. Thank you for that. I'm glad you acknowledged that. No tyrants, for sure. You have to pay 6.4% of the profit. There's no profit if I give it away, right? So that's here. You take it. It's free. And nobody. That's one of the things I'm not doing. I'm not, well, except for shirts. Dang, I do have shirts that people, but nobody's bought any of those in years. I think that's a couple of years, and I haven't really. That's not how I'm making money. No, that's not working. As you are giving them away, that's what I think too, Neil. I'm giving them away. I'm actually helping promote Commodore now, right? But they could say we don't like your logo being, they don't like my IP, their IP being a part of my logo. So I better start coming up with a backup plan. I'm going to have to think about that. Yeah, you did 2 at the old venue, and this will be the 2nd at the new, right? I just have one more visit. Yeah, that's right. You have one more visit than I do, because you went, and then we talked about it, and I said, I've got to go. And then you convinced me to go. And then I remember the first year we were in masks. Let's see if we can pull it off, but I threw up an idea of sending a video. Oh, wait. Idea of sending a video greeting from the Saku Amiga. Oh, that meeting. Oh, that sounds cool, Taro. Yeah, I love that. Hey, if I can help facilitate that in any way, let me know. I'd be happy to do that. Oh, Delta Ray 3. Hey, Delta Ray, good to have you here. I think it's your first time on a live stream, so good to have you here. I had a panic trying to find the right cables. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I'm going to have to make that a little bit longer than 10 seconds. Finding the right cables to hook up my VT420 and VT100 terminals for my table, but I found it. No modems generated. So you are getting ready, Delta Ray, to go to Vintage Computer Festival. Is that right? Hey, a question from First Ninja. Let's see. What happened to the Mega 65 magazine with the type-in listings that was supposed to launch a year or 2 ago? It was paused. I think it's still a hope that it was going to come out this Christmas. It was part of the, I can't remember the name of the German magazines. Dan, I don't know if you're still here. You can probably help with this, but it is on hold. We also need to get another Megavision out. I don't know if anybody watched any of the Megavisions. They were live streams where people were showcasing their development. They asked me to host that, which was just a joy. I really enjoyed that. But we probably need to do another Megavision at some point too. So we'll have to talk about that. Will Perry cover 6.4% of the expenses if you give them away? I don't think it'll go the other way, Taro, right? It never goes the other way. Never goes the other way. MMJ, nice. Yeah, there you go. Okay. And then, yep, I'm CLI Magic 1. Outstanding. Good. Well, we look forward to seeing you. All right, guys. I think, I was going to show you one more thing that I have. Let me do that. I need to go back to my Osmo here. I do have, and this is, so Mr. Landfill. So here's some more of my packing list. Mr. Landfill was kind enough to let me borrow for a year. Oh man. And I actually hate that I'm taking it back to him, but I need to take it back to him. I did mess around with it. Look at this. Excuse me, I'm sorry. 1764 RAM expansion module. I want to thank him, but that needs to go back to home now. So I've taken really good care of that for you, Mr. Landfill. So that'll be coming back. So I will make sure and have that in a safe spot so that we can get that back for you. Thank you again for letting me play with it. It was a lot of fun. So that is going to be going. I also have, and I used this yesterday during the live stream, the D11. This is the little label maker. I'm taking that with me as well. But then check this out. And you're gonna have to dip down with me here, camera. I have this thing that I bought, Bauer from Harbor Freight, and so it's on wheels. I'm going to put the Mega, come down here, there we go. I'm going to put the Mega 65 in here, all padded. I'm going to put all the accessories and everything up here, and then I'll be able to wheel this sucker around. So it's going to be easier to go. And I always bought this with the intent of when I go to a show, making sure everything was safe and I didn't break my back carrying. But it's also going to be great because if I buy something, I can throw it on top and wheel it out too. So you can see I have been really preparing for Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. That is for sure, right? So nice, thank you. Magazine is what it was called, trying to remember the current status. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I don't remember either. But I would like to see that and Megavision both come back. Commodore forces change of logo. Joystick is replaced with an RC Cola can. Hey, maybe I can get AOL to sponsor it, right? Nope, over here. So yeah, we'll somehow, maybe I'll put a pawpaw. Maybe my new logo will be the pawpaw. I don't think that's good. And see, I have this. Is that going to stop? We're not going to be able to buy those anymore? I don't. This whole thing it's just got me confused. We have a Type-In Magazine Experience Distributor. Oh yes, thank you for that. Yeah, on Intro Disc 4, as a matter of fact, you can see that is running right here. And the magazine issue 1 is here. I know it's hard to see, but if I press that, right here, you can see Bounce, Hex Mines. Let's do C, Sans, Kung Fu. But we do have the electronic version of that here. Please type out this game from the magazine issue 1 PDF. So that is on there. So good. Thank you for that, Dan. I'd forgotten about that. And I even had it in my video. Wow, a real memory cartridge. Yes, it was so cool for him to let me borrow that. Ah, yes, we called it Magazine. So that's the outcome of the project. There's a PDF. Yeah, is that on the file host? That's interesting. I need to check that out. Look forward to seeing you. Hey, Jacob Frost. Hey, how are you doing, Jacob? I think it's your first live stream with me. I assume you're going to be at Vintage Computer Festival. I look forward to running into you, and thanks for popping in here. And you popped in just in time because I'm about to end this thing. We are done. I think I have covered everything. If you have one last question or anything, put that in chat because I'm getting ready to wind this thing up. Again, as a reminder, don't forget memberships are down below if you want to support the channel, and join the Discord. The Discord is where we continue this chat room all the time. There's some really cool stuff. As a matter of fact, yesterday when I was preparing for the Mega 65 dev kit live stream, I was sharing stuff even before that. So folks got a preview of this way before I shared it today. They knew about that yesterday, and I was working on that. And Evil J is actually helping me now do a 2-color. So Evil J, over on the printer right now, this first part is printing. I did get a pause in there, and then I'm going to swap this out with black, and we're going to see if I can get that to work. So what I'm not sure about is how do I change the filament. And I assume I'm going to hit something on the screen is going to start over, but I can't move the head, right? I've got to change the filament without moving. So I'll figure all that out. I may ping you a little bit later too. So be ready for that. But I just love the retroCombian community in the Discord. So much fun, so much interest, such experiences in there that really just make it a great place to hang out. So if you want to be a part of that, don't forget, join using the brand spanking new YouTube memberships with the wrong Commodore pad. It's the CMB. So I got to change that to CBM. I'll get that done. I'll get that done here in a few. Also, I am going to take this offline and I'm going to edit this down, get rid of all the pauses. So afterwards, this will not be available. And then I'll do that and I'll repost it so that people want to watch it. And I've got to get that done tonight because this is timely, right? So I will be doing that. So be prepared for that. Are you going to be there both days? I'm going to be there 4 days. So I'm Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm leaving Monday. So I'm excited about that. See y'all there. Yep, good to see you. retroCombs question, would a Mega 65 source code repository for a community, would a Mega 65 source code repository, oh shoot, for a community written triple, First Ninja, I'm not sure. What are we talking, did you ask more later? I'm missing it, I'm sorry. Message retracted over here, okay. That doesn't happen over here. All right, gotcha, thank you for that. The pause should move the head to purge area. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I hope it's that good with my anchor and it works. So I look forward to that. All right, now we're done. Now we're done. I get to pack all these monitors not monitors. Well, yeah, I got to pack a monitor, pack all this up. So I'll be coming home from work. I told the lovely accountant she's not going to see much of me this week because I got to get everything packed, prepared, double check it twice. And I will see you all on Friday. All of you that are going to be at the Vintage Computer Festival on Friday and Saturday, Sunday, look forward to meeting you there. Touch base with me, say hi, remind me who you are, because all I know are your handles. But some of you I've met face to face. And then also don't forget, stay in the loop on the page or on the channel. Put those alerts on because I might go live one night while I'm there for 30 minutes or to an hour. And we might talk about some of the cool stuff we had. All right, that is it for me, folks. retroCombs out. Thanks so much for putting up with my technical shenanigans, and I'll see you next time. All right, let's go ahead and we will put the little lower, let's thumbnail. There we go.